Welcome to the Mayor's Corner. Thank you for tuning in. Today's guest is Amy Pessia. Is that the right pronunciation, Amy?
Exactly.
Yeah, Amy is the executive director of the Merrimack Valley Food Bank, and I know that there's a lot to talk about today. Before we jump into that, let me say it is such a pleasure to have Jamie and George here from Politically Correct. We're looking at them in the booth now. And somebody that I think is the best director in all of the United States, Karen Hayden, behind the director's chair. Matt Cronellis is calling because he would like to be recognized as well. Matt is somebody that has never been a guest on this show and likely will never be one. Okay, having said all that, let's jump right into this subject for today. Amy, tell us a little bit about the Merrimack Valley Food Bank. I know that you're based out of Lowell, and that was my first question. Where are you located? You're located in Lowell, but what is the mission of the food bank, and what is it that you do? Who do you serve?
We have a warehouse located in Lowell, and we are one of 4 food banks in the state that provides food and supplies to food pantries, soup kitchens, shelters, day and residential programs. So those places, and they include agencies like Lazarus House, Neighbors in Need here in the region, and 80 plus other programs serve individuals and families that are in need of food assistance. Yeah,
and I think that's not, even I've had Bridget Shaheen on the show a couple of times, and you know, they do wonderful work at the Lazarus House, but as you came in, that's something that I don't think I had my arms around fully either. Food bank is different than the direct service. So amplifying that a little bit, where do you get your food?
We get our food donations from a number of different sources, including companies like Stonyfield Yogurt, the Plenus Group, which used to be Boston Chowder, Pepsi, Coke, Hans Kissel, which is located in Haverhill.
Right.
And those donors provide large quantities of food that our members, like Lazarus House and the smaller food pantries, don't have the capacity to go pick up and store in large quantities.
Right.
So because we have a warehouse that's over 20,000 square feet and we have ample refrigerator and freezer space, we're able to pick up those donations on behalf of our members and then store it for them, and they come in twice a week and they shop as if they would at a supermarket.
Sure, sure.
And take the food that best suits the people that they serve.
Right, and they know that. So you're not in the direct service business. You instead provide, as you just outlined. Let me ask you this. These, if you don't mind me calling them more retail-oriented, like Lazarus House.
Yes.
Are they members of your organization, or can any group come to you? How do they end up with you?
Membership is required to access food at the food bank. That's a great question. And the requirements include being a nonprofit organization, so they have to have a 501c3 tax-exempt status, and they need to provide food to people that are of low to moderate income.
Right, right. Okay, so that, and you said you have about 80?
We have 83.
83.
And we provide food to residents of about 32 cities and towns in Massachusetts and New Hampshire.
Very good. Now, I mean, it's something that when we have direct providers on, the obvious question is, and I think we all know the answer, but I'm obligated to ask it. In these difficult economic times, the demand for services from you has gone up.
That is correct.
Substantially.
Absolutely. Our members, those agencies like Lazarus House and Calvary Baptist Church Food Pantry, have indicated that their increase in the last 2 years has been 30 to 40% in the number of people that are seeking food assistance. So our donations would ideally match that increase. However, we've seen over that same period our donations decrease about 30%.
Right, right.
And as a nonprofit, we're always conducting fundraisers and seeking donations from individuals and corporations, and we're finding it more difficult to get enough food to meet that demand.
Yeah, and we do see that. Now, for your organization, obviously you told me that you get, you named the generous vendors that help supply you. For people, even people watching the show, if they wanted to contribute to you, could they contribute cash? Make donations to you in cash?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that is oftentimes the best way for someone to donate. That way we can direct it toward a particular portion of our program that will allow us to continue feeding all of the people that we do. And we estimate that it's about 40,000 individuals monthly that are being served through our member agencies that we talked about.
Right, yeah, and again, I know that in this troubled economy, we've talked about the demand for food going up, but obviously donations have somewhat slipped, and that's why it's important. I'm very happy that you're here with us today to talk about that, because there's not a more important, I think, subject than to help people that in this country, the wealthiest country in the world, nobody should go hungry. And I think that's for both adults and children. But when you see children going hungry, they're not able to do their schoolwork. It's just a terrible human toll that hunger takes. And I was so happy that you agreed to come on and talk about that a little bit. Let's talk about the fact that you're based in Lowell, but I know that you're very active up here as well in the Merrimack Valley, Methuen, Lawrence. What about Methuen? Is there anything special that we're doing in Methuen?
Absolutely. We're pleased to partner with the city, with your office, and with some other businesses and organizations to participate in an annual spring food drive that we've done in Lowell and Dracut and Tingsboro in the past. And this year in Methuen, during this month, there will be food donations accepted at City Hall, at the library, and then at the senior center. And non-perishable food donations are needed all year long. And we do have generous donations around the Christmas holidays and Thanksgiving. But this time of year, we find that people don't think to donate that much. So we're so pleased that we'll have donation drop-off locations in the city. Yeah,
that is something that we're very happy. I know that Matt Cornelis has been working with you, and we will have further announcements on that on the city website, obviously on my personal blog and my Facebook page. We'll get to that, and I'm sure that you will publicize that through your website as well.
Absolutely.
And that website is, what is that website?
It's mvfb.org.
Okay, and so that will happen this month. Look for that, and let's try to be generous. The key there, as you said, is I think you do see a spike in holiday donations, but hunger is not limited to the holiday season. It's a year-round affliction.
Exactly.
And so we should get